Hi, everybody. Welcome to this free seminar for your midterm exam for Form 2. All right. So, for today's class, today's 1 hour and a half class, we will be focusing on talking about different vocabularies that is trip related. Okay. We will also work on one paper 2 guided writing essay. I will teach you how to do the analyzation for your essay as well as how can you write the whole flow. Okay. And the very last one, after we do our essay writing, I will also talk about the answering technique for your paper 1. Because I don't think in 1 hour and a half time, we are able to complete our paper 1. However, I'll be sure to go through each section and let you know what are the things that you need to take notes of when you are trying to answer the different section for your paper 1. Okay, so this is the 3 key aspects. And as usual, if you have any questions, do not unmute yourself because it will terkejut saya. Okay, just have to put it into the chat box and let me know. If you have any question after you put into the chat box and you realize that I might not see your response or what, right? Just raise your hand lah. I'll see. Okay. So that's that. Yeah. So just to let you know, for this paper 1 answer, this is actually for our paper 1 answering technique at the back there. Okay, because I will only go through it with you for the technique of answering it, but I won't go through like everything with you. So you have to do it yourself. All right, you have to do it yourself. So this is where you scan and you try to retrieve the answers after you do it, after you finish doing your paper 1 questions lah. Okay, so this is not the first time that you have your exam in secondary school, but I believe this is something that I need to recap again just to let you know what are the things that you need to take note of your exam format for your PT3, which is Form 1, Form 2, and Form 3 time. Okay, so we will focus on only these two areas today, which is our reading, oops, this is too big, which is our reading part as well as our writing part. Okay, so reading, it's your paper 1. We have total of 5 sections, your multiple choice, error corrections, information transfer, short answers, and gap text. I'll go through the answering technique with you later. This one, you have 1 hour and 15 minutes, all right, to complete it, and it will be a total of 40 marks for this paper. Paper 2, you have 2 sections to answer. Part 1, short communicative message. This one, I believe I already covered in our normal class. So today we will go through guided writing. So this is what we will be talking today. And total 2 essay, each 20 marks, 40 marks. And this you have 1 hour for you to answer. Okay. And of course, the very important part is this, which I will also explain to you later. How can you write a good essay that can achieve 20 marks? Or if it's not, 15 and above, all right, better marks. You have to adhere to these 4 marking schemes, all right? Then we have speaking and listening. This one is not that it's not important. It's just that a total of reading and writing papers, right, there will be already 80 marks. Okay, so I think to focus on the major papers will be better. All right, for this one, you will need to really read more, all right, practice more, speak more, and have English in your daily life environment. Only you'll be able to improve more. Okay, so this one I won't go through today lah, but these are the exam formats that you need to know. All right, so this is for the overall exam format. And for the grammar, right, you need to know that for Form 2, they will expect you to do cipher level A2 or B1. This is the expected. Of course, if you are able to go beyond that B2 level, all right, C1 level, it's going to be better. And for your A2 and B1, I would only focus on talking about B1 today. You need to try to do compound sentences, all right, with fanboys and isa wababuk. All right, I saw a wabab. What's this? Your for and nobat or yet so. Your if since, all right, as, when, although, while, after, before, until, and because. These are all the linking words. So with linking words, you are able to form compound sentence. You are able to reach B1 level. All right. Then we also have complex sentences. You need to with time clause. All right. After this, before that, all right, during this time, all these can help you to form good or better sentences. Okay. Then for the tense form wise, they will be expecting you to be able to write with present, past, and future tense, and also advanced modal verbs. So if you forgot about what is modal verbs, right, you can write can, could, all right, your should, if you still remember, we also go through the ought to, all this. All right, there are more, but these are the things that they will expect you to do. Okay, for the next one, for your flow of essay, they will expect you to go through a correct order of adjectives. Okay, so you need to know how to do correct order of adjective, comparative, the most or like better than, right? The ER than, superlative, okay, irregular adjective. This one you have to know. You need to know about the adverbial phrases. All right, quite, so, a bit. All these need to be able to use in your essay. And the very last part is adverbs to indicate sequence, first, finally. All right. Other than that, apart from that, substitution, I think so, I hope so. Spoken, discourse, right, well, okay. So this is just an overview lah, all right? If you're not able to do everything here, it's okay, because here is a mix of reading, writing, as well as speaking and your listening, right? So most importantly, you need to, for writing especially, you need to be able to achieve this, and also this. For the remaining two, I'm not saying that it's not important. It's just that it's also more towards the informal part, okay, which is not our main focus today. So that's for our page 1. So far, so good. Any questions? If there's no further questions, let's dive right into our page 3. Okay, let's dive right into our page 3. Let's talk about the vocabulary first. All right, Noah, good one. Okay, so first thing first, today's vocabulary is related to tripped, and the keywords of this word map will be rest and relax. Rest and relax. So whenever you saw an essay that is related to tripped or journey, or you need to go to somewhere else, you can try to use the keywords here, rest and relax. And for REST, RELAX, we will be able to branch out to different lexicons that can help you to get better marks for your language part. Okay, so without any further ado, rest and relax part 1, your R here stands for rejuvenate. Okay, rejuvenate, also highlight means to get back your strength and energy by resting for a period of time. Okay, so when you want to say that, oh, I'm so tired, I need to rest a bit so that I can gain back my energy. But gain back my energy is very normal. In order to up level your sentence or the vocabulary that you are using to get better or like higher cipher level, all right, then you need to use rejuvenate. So rejuvenate means like replenish, to regain back your strength by resting. Okay, moving on to the next one, rest, the E stands for escape from reality. So most of the time when you go trip, when you go holiday, when you go vacation, is to take a break from the reality ma. Okay, so although here we use escape, but this is just like a metaphor lah. It's just to indicate that you will try to temporarily get away from the daily lives aspects, all right, through activities involving imagination, like for example, reading or entertainment, like you go trip, then you go and what's that called? Go sightseeing, all that. It can help you to just temporarily forget about your academic, all right, your study, your life, all right. Then you can regain your energy. You are able to feel rejuvenated. Okay. Next one, we have S here, which means staycation. So this is quite on trend. All right. Other than going on a trip, you can also specifically use this term to say that your trip is actually a trip that considered as just staying in a home country. It means like you are Malaysian, you go travel around Malaysia. You did not go to the overseas. All right. So this is still considered as staycation. Or but the more literal one, or the most people commonly understand one, is that when you say staycation, means you rented a place, okay, an Airbnb, and you just stay there. You did not go out and have other activities lah. All right. So it's either you stay in one's home country, did not go overseas, or you spend time at a home setting, okay, home, and involving day trips or to local attractions, just like within one day trip. So staycation are usually more short, all right? It's like a very short getaway, okay? So this is staycation. Then we have our T, which means tranquil. So tranquil, this word, is quiet, okay? So if you really cannot remember this word, hopefully this can help you to, all right, link all the connection together, link all the dots together. Tranquil, quiet. Okay, so tranquil is a word to describe a place or a situation that is very calm and peaceful without any noise. All right, moving on to the next batch. After the rest, rejuvenate, escape from reality, staycation, and tranquil, we have our relax. But as of now, so far, so good for your rest part. Have you guys done for this part? All good? All right, countdown in 5 seconds, then I'm going to move on. If you do have any questions, please put it into the chat box and let me know. Okay, okay, good one. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. So moving on to the next part, we have relax. So the R here and the R above, rejuvenate, it's actually with similar meaning. I'm giving you options so that you can show varied of sentence in your essay. Then your teacher will feel like, wow, you know a wide range of sentence, good one. Okay, you know a wide range of vocabularies, good one. Then give you better marks. Okay, so for this one, we go with recharge batteries. Okay, so we work like robot. Okay, and now you felt, okay, energy low. So you need to recharge your batteries. So recharge batteries means to regain strength and energy by resting up for a time. So it's literally the same meaning, all right, similar meaning to its rejuvenate. You just have to see how can you use it. Okay, moving on to the next one, we have E here. The E here means extremely tired. I believe this one you all know already. It's just to refresh your memory and to remind you to use this word other than tired, which is exhausted. Thank you very much. Very good. Exhausted. Okay, so exhausted means extremely tired. All right, moving on. This is a proverbs. Okay, not proverbs. This is an idiom to describe that you are having good time. Okay, you are you're enjoying the moment, you are living fully. All right, so this one means let the good time rolls. Let the good time rolls. Usually this is being able to be used in informal way. When you organize a party and you want to give a speech, then you say, okay, thank you for coming to my party, and let's let the good times roll. Then you'll start enjoying the moment. This is how it used. But also later I will demonstrate to you how can you use them in the essay. Okay, so that you can also carry the same meaning, all right, to the context for this with this vocabulary lah. All right, then we have A here, which is elevate. All right, this is not elevate with E, which means increase. This alleviate is to make something bad, such as pain or your problems, less serious. Alleviate the problem means decrease the problem, to make it become smaller, to make it less serious. Okay, so alleviate. But today I will not demonstrate to you how to use this word. I just want to let you know there's some words like sola. All right, and the very last one is called X factor. So X factor means a special quality, a unique quality that makes someone or something that stands out. So when you want to say that this thing is so good, or this person is so good, I admire him. All right, why? Because he have this X factor. For example, he is honest, he is responsible, he is reliable. These are the X factors that makes you feel like, oh my God, he's good, he's excellent, he's fantastic. Okay, so with this, you have your rest and relax. So far, so good. Any questions? Okay. If there is no further questions, count down in 5 seconds and we shall move on to the next part. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Okay, let's go. So let's go to our next page. So I want to show you how can you use it effectively, but unlike our normal class where we have the rearrange of the sentence, today's a seminar, right? So I'm just focusing on asking you to fill up. So this one, we go through together, okay? We go through together. Or actually, you all want to try yourself because it's not that hard. You know what? I think I'll let you try yourself for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, if really cannot, then we go through again. So you have some time to really digest what I have taught you just now. And then later we discuss together. How about that? Okay, so I'll pull a 3 minutes timer for you guys. Try to fill up as much as you can. And I also highlighted some of the keywords here lah. All right, later on, I will give you the answer to show you how can you use rest and relax effectively in a sentence. So eventually you can also transfer it to your essay writing. And also for those highlighted words, I want to show you what is the normal words, what is the upgraded words. So you can have the normal and the upgraded words, the variation of the vocabulary to be used in your essay writing. All right. So yeah, let me pull out my timer for you guys here. 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Try your best. Just refer to the previous part, the rest and relax. Okay? Of course, once you've done, you raise your hand. So 3 minutes starting from now. Let me pull out my timer. Okay, timer is up. Let's go. If you do have any question, you let me know. Right, Haojun done. Nice one. What about Adeline and also Eldrick as well as Samira? I realize it's so bright. Spaced. Okay lah, macam ni lah. The very last 30 seconds. Actually, no, 25 seconds. All right. You might realize there is a few questions that you can use alternative options, answers, words. Okay, Samira done. What about Adeline and Eldrick? Okay, so majority done. Let's move on. Nice one. Let me turn off my timer first, yeah. So without any further ado, everybody, your answer for question number 1, all right, after months of hard work, our vacation was a chance to rejuvenate, or it can also be to recharge my batteries. All right, recharge my batteries. Can you see my screen, or if it's not moving? Let me see. It's not moving. One moment. I think there is an issue on the Wi-Fi. Kejap ah. Not moving all. Okay, wait for me ah. Let me change my Wi-Fi. No this is the good one ah. Let me stop share and reshare. Are you able to see the screen? Loading, loading. Okay. I suppose now you can see my screen already? Cannot ah? No ah, okay. Wait for a while ah. Let me change to my data. Sorry guys. Very, very soon now. Why is that so? Okay, it's back already, but it's just a bit chat ah. So you should be able to see it now. I think it's my internet problem. But anyways, can you guys see it? So far, okay now. Yeah, okay, cool. Then we continue to move on to question number 2. Many people now choose a blanco to save money and explore local attractions. So you want to save money and then you only want to go for a local place. This is called staycation. All right, staycation. It's not moving again. Check out. Give me one moment. Sorry, people. One moment, yeah. Eh? My phone said it's presenting though. Stop mirroring and then start mirroring again. Okay. Finger crossed that this is better. Okay. Now, moving on to the next one. The festival is here and it's time to work with music and dance. So if you want to enjoy the moment with music and dance, we can say is let the good time rolls. All right, let the good time rolls. Yeah, I see now it's better. Okay, it's faster. Moving on to the next one. His creativity is the X factor that sets him apart from other. So when you talk about sets him apart, it means stands out, make him stands out, make him different, make him special. Okay. Then we have the fifth one. The tranquil atmosphere of the forest provides an ideal escape for those seeking peace. Okay. So this is question number 1 to 5. If you have done for this part, let's look at question number 6 to 8. All right. But so far, any questions for this part? Any question for this part? No? All good? Coolios. Then we move on. Countdown in 3 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So this is what we need to look into. 6, 7, 8. So after completing the marathon, he was utterly exhausted, but proud of his achievement. Because marathon is usually a long run, right? So very tired. Okay. But still very happy. Okay, because he's proud. Finally, I finished this marathon. All right. Then we have 7. Reading fantasy books is her way to escape from reality. He just need to take a break, have a Kit Kat, escape from reality. Okay. Then we have the 8th one. After a long day, I relax to rejuvenate or recharge my battery. So your question number 1 and question number 8 can use alternative of rejuvenate or recharge my batteries because it's literally the similar meaning lah. Okay, so this is for the upper part. How can you use rest and relax effectively? All right, now I want to talk about those highlighted words. Right now I want to talk about the highlighted words. All right, so countdown in 3 seconds. We go down and then you all start writing while I go through this with you. If there's any question, you stop me. If it's too fast, you stop me. All right, so in 3, 2, 1, let's go, guys. All right, so this is something that I want to share with you. Okay, I'm not saying that the normal one is not good. I'm just showing you that there's variations. So it's either normal or better or even another. It can be same level or like just a better phrase lah. All right, so the first one here is holiday. So it's very obvious. Holiday's better word is vacation. Okay, but both of these I want you all to use in your essay. So there's a mix of sentence. You need to know it's not all about bombastic words in your essay writing. They need to see that there's a wide range. If you only use all bombastic words but without simpler words or like those intermediate words, your teacher will also feel like, okay, so means that he or she hafal everything that is hard only lah. Means you only know this type, the others he or she can't use. Then also it will affect your marks. So you need a wide range, okay, a variety of sentences and also your word. All right, moving on. If you want to talk about a chance, all right, a chance. Better words, it's called an opportunity. So the way I highlight is because it is actually from the above sentences. All right, so I'm not highlighting because this is better. I'm just highlighting because this is what it is above and I'm giving you alternative. Cannot clear? Right, moving on to the next one. We have a place or like places. And if you want to use in your essay, you don't say like, I go to a place, it was very fun. You say, I go to the local attractions and have fun. Sounds better. Okay, local attractions. So not just places at this particular area, but local attractions. Okay, moving on to the next one. If you want to talk about celebrative event, all right, celebrative event, you just terus use festival. This is better. Okay, then we have the next one. We have show something. All right, show something. What now? To be different or to be special. This one we use the word set apart. Okay, this is what sets me and the other tutors apart because I use meow meow sticker, for example. Okay, for example. So show something different. Be different, be special. Right, moving on to the next one, we have atmosphere. So another word for atmosphere can be ambience. All right, ambience. Then we have another one, which is great. Okay, don't always just use great. This is a great place. No, you can use this in an ideal place. Ideal means like more is better. It's a better place, it's a good place, it's a great place because of something. Then you continue to elaborate your essay points. All right, then we have the very last one, extremely. You want to say extremely exhausted, boleh. But you can also use another word, which is utterly, which I think relatively less students use this in the essay writing. So if you use it, your teacher was like, oh, not good. Okay, this is a rare lexicon that you can use. You are good in English. All right, so this is what you can use in essay writing. There is a range of words options provided lah. Once you have done for this part and you have no further question, you raise your hand. But if you do have any, you let me know by putting it into the chat box. Okay? Once done, raise hand. If there's no question, we move on. But do raise your hand so that I know that you have done now. For the next part, we will dive into how to write a good essay. All right? And I have a specific topic in mind now. Okay? Let's wait for Eldrick a bit more. Okay? Coolios. So without any further ado, we move on to the essay part. So guys, the paper 2, descriptive writing. Okay, the guided writing part that I've prepped for you is about my favorite place. But later, I will also give you some hint on how can you write my favorite related essay. Because I have a strong feeling that likely in your midterm exam, they will come up with either the trip one, the journey, like go for a trip, holiday, the kind of essay, or it will be my favorite person, my favorite place, my favorite restaurant, my favorite book, my favorite song, all that. So I'll go through this with you. Okay, yeah. But before that, let's understand how can we flow essay that is like this, my favorite something. All right. So without any further ado, you will see there's an introduction there. Okay, there's an introduction there. So for the introduction, you can see I actually included 3 important things. The first one is your hook. The second one is you need to introduce the subject. And the very last one is the thesis statement. All right. So how do we go around for this? For hooker, it means you need a very special point to quickly grab your reader's attention. All right. To quickly grab your reader's attention. For example, all right, if you say, my favorite place is the beach. This sounds very boring. But if you want to grab people with attention, maybe you can go with, I have a special place in my heart for something, something. Then you are like, people say, whoa, okay, that sounds intriguing. Means like they are interested to hear more about it. So what about the special place? Okay, so you don't necessarily have to use my favorite place, bulat bulat, from the topic. You can also use like special place. Okay, or you can say this is one place that I love the most. It's also better than my favorite place is because you change a little bit of the sentence structure. All right, or you can go with write something something. So this is a place that I will go whenever I want to relax. Okay, so common introduction phrases for my favorite place. Okay, so here there's 2 example of sentence for you to see how can we use the first one and also the last one. Okay, the first one and the last one. And I also show you how we use our vocabulary that we have learned from the previous pages here. Okay, but before that, can you help me to change this? Slash this off, write batteries. Okay, because the batteries indicates that your physical, mental, or that, right, emotional. So there's a few we have to go with plural form. Okay, so behind my grandmother's house is a little hill full of childhood memories. It's my special place where I always visit whenever I want to recharge my batteries. Full stop. This one is better, but it's a bit lengthier. I'm just showing you how can you use it. All right, next one. The beach near my hometown helps me to escape from reality. Its golden sand and calming waves help me feel alive after a tiring week. This is why I will visit it whenever I want to relax. So this can be a really nice introduction, but it's a bit lengthier lah. Okay, moving on to the next part, we have the next thing, which is the main body. So guys, can you see how I flow it? We have the hook. For example, this one, behind my grandmother's house is a little hill full of childhood memories. Then everybody's like, wow, this place with childhood memories okay. Then you know it's about the hill. Okay, the hill. So we introduced the subject already, the hill, right? Then you elaborate. Thesis statement means you have to wrap it up, give an overall view. Okay, so it's a special place. I always visit. I want to recharge my batteries, for example. Another one is like, the beach near my hometown helps me to escape from reality. It's like, wow, so good. Why? Then people will see. This is a hook. All right. Then you also introduce the subject already, beach. Okay. Then we have thesis statement. This is why I visit whenever I want to relax. Right. Sorry, I just want to go through this quickly. So you know, hook, introducing the subject and also the thesis statement. Mana itu. Okay. Moving on to the next part, we have the main body. So main body is all about descriptions. And usually the description is about why you like it. Because the topic is your favorite something, right? So description is always why you like it. So for why you like it, you have to remember you need to write something that can benefits you. Because most of the time, people like things that can bring them advantages, bring them benefits. So it's all about benefits. Okay. So 3 things you can go with. It's either it benefits you physical health. All right. It can either benefits your emotional health. It can either benefits you in terms of the soft skill part. Soft skill part. And the very last one, sorry, one more. It's on your self-growth. Self-growth. Okay, so the physical health definitely is like, okay, you can go there and then you can have some jog, then you can some aerobic exercises, then your help it regulates your body's health. For example, emotional health can be like it regulates your emotion because you release your stress, okay, stuff like that, which is our main focus today. We have our soft skill. So you go there, you want to do some activity and you have to balance this with your study. So this one can help you to sharpen your time management skill, for example. So time management skill. Or it can be you go there, you have you play some activity with your friends, and throughout the whole activity, you will need to talk to your friends, interact with your friends. It can help you to increase your communication skill. It can also be like, okay, you're not going with your friends, but you meet a lot of new people there, strangers, and you can talk to them. Communication skills. All right. And the very last one is the self-growth part. You felt like you become you can gain your inner peace, for example. All right. Or through the observations, all right, through people gazing at the place. Okay. You felt like you are able to learn things from different people, for example. So most of the time, overall, generally, these are the benefits that you can angle towards. Okay, but if you felt like this is a bit hard, don't worry, I'll give you the sample essay later so you can see how it was being used or listed lah. All right, then we move on to the next part. So topic sentences. Okay, one reason I love this place is because, so when you want to start, this is your starter. A lot of people don't know how to start your content part. So you just have to go with the topic sentences. All right, where can you get the topic sentences? It's from your points. Okay, so later when you analyze the question, I'll show you what are the topic sentences. Okay, so for this my favorite place, it can be one reason I love this place is because when I visit the place, I enjoy. What I like most about this place is, all right, that then you can continue to write about the benefits. And for what we will be demonstrating down here, I put two. One is this one. Another one is the every visit one. That one is like just new lah. Okay. So when I visit this place, I enjoy the lush greenery and the gentle sound of bird song, as these make up the park a tranquil heaven. Okay, so if you like the place that is nearby your house, then this is how it should be lah. Okay, if you want to talk about every visit rejuvenates my mind as I stroll along the peaceful trails surrounded by nature. Okay, because you walk ma. Right? So these are the example on how can you use the topic sentence, the phrase, as well as our word map words lah. Rejuvenates, tranquil, it's like a peaceful place, peaceful heaven, peaceful paradise. All right? So yeah, main body is like so. Then for the conclusion, you have to do a quick summary. And in your summary, you must include your topic. So you must talk about the topic again. You must include what you have included above the content. So the summary is actually summary of the content part. Yeah, it's your content part. Okay, so common conclusion phrases can be, this will always be the most special place to me. Or whenever I visit, I create wonderful memories that I will never forget. That's why this place is my favorite in the world. All right, and here I demonstrated two for you. So the first one is this one. The next one is this one. Okay, so this park will always be my favorite place. All right, so this is a very simple one. We talk about the topic ma. We talk about my favorite place ma. So this is the topic. All right, then we have what? Then we have your summary law. Helps you to relax, enjoy nature, spend time with family. All right, then the conclusion phrases. Whenever I visit, I create wonderful memories that I'll never forget. That. Or if you want to go with a more extended one, you can go with, the beach is where I find peace, reflect my thoughts, and create unforgettable memories. So here is the topic and also the summary. Then here is the elaboration of the summary instead. So no matter how hectic life gets, this place always reminds me to slow down and appreciate the beauty around me. That is why this place is my favorite in the world. Okay, so this is how you can write. Of course, these are more advanced lah. For your level, usually your teacher want you to write just 120 words. So of course, we are not asking you to use the whole thing. I'm just showing you it like so. You can use some of the phrase here. You can use some of the phrase here. It will be good. Okay? So yeah, then without any further ado, let's try to dive into how can we write. Okay? I believe all these should all be good lah. But any questions from the floor? Any from Adeline, Eldrick, all right, or Samira, or as well as Haojun, or all good? No problem? Okay, if there's no problem, then we move on now. Count down in 3 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go, everybody. All right, let's go. So the next one, we go to, oh, sorry, before that, I did mention I want to give you other stuff. Never mind. Skip the page number 6 first. You go page 7. We go through the my favorite place first because I scared later you confuse. I'll go through this with you. After we finish, only I will come back to page 6 to let you write down what are the others common phrases for the other my favorite topic essay. Okay, so go to your page 7. Go to your page 7. All right. So in your English class, you have been talking about your favorite place. In about 120 words, write an essay about it. You must use the notes below to help you. And here are the points here. Then you have write your essay. So what I want to do a quick recap with you is about the technique to analyze the question. You always have to remember there's 3 steps. All right. So the first step is to analyze by using your WTF. Okay, if you've forgotten what's WTF, it's your who, topic, as well as your format. The who, it's always you, because you are the one that is writing this essay, and this is your favorite place. Okay, topic-wise, this one is something related to the word about or an. Okay, you have to find the word about or an. Format is always, most of the time, essay means no format. So what kind of essay you need format? Those email essay, review, report, article. But as of now, I think most of the time they will come up with essay structure lah. Okay, so this is something that you need to analyze, especially your topic part, because this is very, very important for you to move on to the next part. All right, then we have the next one, which is step 2. We organize our framework. So how can you organize? What can you organize with? We go with PEEE. All right, we go with PEE, which is our point, elaboration, example, and the very last one, effect. Okay, and for this, point is what do you think? And these are the questions in the essay. You analyze, then you get this. All right. Then our elaboration is to explain why. Why? For example, you say I enjoy swimming. Then you have to explain why. Okay, it helped me to relax from a hectic week. Okay, so all this is your explanation. If possible, provide example. Example is your contoh. All right. So whenever I swim, I get to escape from the reality. This is example, your personal example. All right. And the very last one, effect, is like, so what's the recap? What's the summary for this particular paragraph? All right. So, all right. Swimming really helps me release my stress, for example. Okay. So the flow have to be like so. Sometimes because you are only required to write 120 words, sometimes your elaboration example can be just either one. If you felt like you can write more, your teacher allow you to write more, because most of the time the instruction is talking about around 120 words. So it depends on your teacher's definition. If a teacher is like very strict, one just purely within 120 words, okay, then you just have to include either elaboration or example. But if your teacher want you to write and she's like, you know what, you just write, Janji, don't go beyond like 2 pages lah. Okay, don't go overboarding. 1 page will do. So 1 page sometimes can fit around like, I don't know, man, maybe 180 words. Then you can include more. And I personally prefer students to be able to include more right? Because that means you are able to elaborate, means you are able to write better sentences, more sentences, you know how to write. It can also showcase more of your English grammar skills. Okay, if it's too little, you can't even put adjective too much, right? So that's how it goes. This one, suitable to be used for introduction, your content as well as your closing. Each of them we use PEE or just PEE, either elaboration or example in between. All right. So yeah, step 1, step 2 done. Now we go to the step 3 part. So for step 3 is our TN goal. So step 3, TN, then only we go. The T here stands for tense form. The N here stands for number of idea. So this is not your touch and go, number of idea. All right. This is actually for you to check your point. This TN is actually for you to check your point. You need to identify the things in these points and see whether is it in present tense or past tense. Okay. Is it in only require 1 point or 2 point? Okay. Then after you analyze all of this, only you can go and write your essay. So this is the complete technique to analyze your question. All right. So if you have done this part and you have no further question, can you please raise your hand? Okay. Let's wait a bit for Aldrich as well as Samira. Any questions before we dive right into analyzing it? Okay, Samira done. Boleh. Count down in 5 seconds. Let's move on. Move on. All right, let's move on. So for those that really cannot, you print screen first. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So look at here. All right. How can you analyze the first step, your WTF, by looking at the keywords here? So what are the keywords that we have? We have you, about, on, or essay, right? So you, okay, about it, but it is what? Here we refer to the upper part. Okay, there's also an about here, about your favorite place lah. Okay, then we have the format here, which is essay. So this is your WTF. Okay, this is your WTF. Then we move on to the next part, which is the point part. So point here, we have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Okay, we need to analyze what? We need to analyze the tense form and the number of idea, right? So here, highlight this. Okay, first one, where is it? So where? You need to answer where, all right? And because of the keywords of is, we know that this is present tense. Because otherwise, it's going to be like was or were, right? So is. And also it, we know it's singular. So this one is 1 point sahaja. All right. Moving on, moving on. When you visit it, same thing, when, bila, okay? So by default, visit, I do not see any past tense, so present tense, all right? When, by default, they didn't say like, give me 2 timing, didn't say any things like that, right? So this one should be 1 point will do, but this can exceed 1. This can exceed 1 point, all right? Moving on to Q3, what do you do there? So what do you do? All right. Do, did, done, right? So this one is also present tense. Okay. And by default, 1 point because they did not mention like 2 things that you do there. No. Okay. Then we have why you like it. So why you like it, the keyword here is why. Why you like it. Okay. So we have our like that is in present tense. And also 1 point because they didn't mention about 2 reasons that you like. They only talk about why you like it. All right. So it is very clear that this is a present tense essay. In fact, my favorite place, my favorite food, all that, because it constantly is your favorite, it is something that you always eat, we go with facts. All right. So it's going to be present tense. Okay. Then, how can you organize your flow for our paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4, paragraph 5? What I usually go with is your where and when we write at the introduction part. Because this is to introduce you, what is the place that you usually visit when. Okay? Then, what do you do there can be your Q3. And because the major things to be discussed is why you like it, because the topic is literally my favorite place, right? Favorite ma. So you give Q4A and Q4B. Give 2 reasons why you like. And the very last one is a conclusion. So you just have to summarize it. So this is how I flow our 5-paragraph essay. And you should try to do this as well. So the flow will be more natural. Okay? Now, this have done, let's dive right into writing. I will show you how can we use the phrases that we've learned from the previous page, as well as how can we include our rest and relax, and also your linkers and connectors that is very important for this page. Okay, very important for your essay writing. Why? After all this, when I analyze, I will show you the CCAOL. Then you will know what is the meaning of the different color words here. All right, why do I do like so? Okay, so count down in 10 seconds, then we shall move on, yeah? In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Let's move on to the next page. Let's start writing. Okay, so introduction, the phrase is, I have a special place in my heart for something, right? Okay, so I have a special place in my heart for, write it down, guys, for the park near my house. Give a very specific one. So for this one, it is to answer where is it? The park near my house. So we're done. Hook got or not? Got. Eh? This is our hook. I have a special place in my heart. Okay? Then we talk about when you visit it, ma. So literally, we just continue. I usually visit it. I usually visit it whenever I want to. Because this is introduction, you don't write so specific. You say whenever I want to recharge my batteries. Okay, recharge my batteries. Then we continue after a long week at school. Just to give a bit like a summary lah. All right. So for this part, the overall has been stated. The overall has been stated. Okay. So hook we have the content 1, we have the content 2. We did use like good words here, recharge my battery as well. So the whole thing then. Okay. Break it down. Okay. Countdown in 5 seconds. Y'all shall have done writing, right? Let's move on to the next part. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Next part, content 1. So content 1, we have to describe already lah. So describe what do you do there. Okay. So we have to describe what do you do there. So we start with the topic sentence first. Okay. We have this word ma. do there, right? So there, when I am at the park. Okay, when I am at the park, I like to take long walks along the path while enjoying the large greeneries and the gentle sound of birdsong. So if you realize there's a few color, the pink color here is all the linkers. Red color is to our topic sentence. Orange color is to answer the question. And then we have our blue color. Blue color is actually the phrases that we've learned from the previous part, the common phrases part. Yes. Okay, then we continue also. Sometimes my friends and I meet there to play games too. So you don't have to only give one activity that you do there. You can just randomly put in some, all right? But Janji, you write it nicely, all right? Most of the time, we will have 2 to 3 sentences in your essay. That's good enough. Okay? So bird songs means the chirping of the birds lah. It's a good word actually. Large greeneries is also quite good. Large greeneries means a lot of like the plants, the trees, all right? It's not like a concrete building wall, things like that. There is some of the greeneries there. So large means a lot of many green stuff there. Okay. So, yep, break it down. Once you've done, you let me know, then we continue to move on. Once you've done, you raise your hand, yeah? Okay. Okay. Majority done. Let's go. So this one done. We move on to the next page, yeah? Next section. Okay. Moving on to page 9. Then we start talking about why you like it. All right. So descriptions, why you like it. And this is the first reason. So guys, since our topic is about my favorite place and I actually chosen park, what do you think and why do you think I like the park? One of the reasons I love this park is because of what? What do you think about it? Because got a lot of people, huh? Because got a lot of people, so you like the park, ah? Why? Because you want to talk to them? I mean, I just want to understand. Yeah. Okay, that can be the reason. All right. What about Hao Jun? What do you think about this? Usually you can meet your friends and your neighbors. You are right. Mm-hmm. Because I cannot just stay in house. You cannot just stay in house. You need to go out. Okay, why? Because when you stay in house, it's gonna be like stuck there, right? The feeling. All right. So you want to like go and relax a bit. Yes. Okay. So both of you are correct. What I have done here, right? I flow from, you can do some activities, very good. Okay. But I flow from why do I like personally first, then only I talk about like meeting people. So from the inner part, I go to the outer part. This is my flow lah. All right. So my reason is, one of the reason I love this park is because it is a tranquil heaven. It's very senyap. All right. Every visit, the fresh air, towering trees, and the small ponds rejuvenate me from the fast pace of the academic life. Okay? The fast pace of something. So most of the time when you are having your study week, you will be very, very busy. there will be like those curricular activities as well as the co-curricular activities. You are so busy that you didn't have time to take a break. All right, take a break. So whenever you visit this park, you are there to like just to let yourself calm, all right, grounded, stay in the moment. So it rejuvenates you lah. Okay. It helps me temporarily escape reality and feel alive after an exhausting week. So you see how I include all the vocabularies that we have learned just now? You are able to use it when you are conscious that you have this kind of vocabularies. So this is why I put the vocabulary first. You need to know this word in order to plan in your head, all right? What kind of vocabulary is suitable for this essay after you analyze it? Then you have to, right, consciously put them in. So I know most of you, right, only write whenever you thought of things, then you write. You just go with the flow. But sometimes the flow might be a bit more lengthy, very naggy-ish. So can you write like using with the right choice of words? Okay, this one have to train. You have to train yourself by knowing more words, and you know what are the appropriate or suitable words to be included in that particular topic. Okay. So yeah, tranquil heaven, rejuvenate, escape reality, exhausting. Actually, the academic is also better word for school. All right, can write it down. Once you've done, you let me know by raising your hand, yeah? We are almost there. Later, we have our content 3, content 4, then we got conclusion. Okay? So I don't think this is a very hard essay. In fact, this is an essay that you might have written in your Form 1 time as well. Okay? It's just that because this is midterm, the first exam that you have in your Form 2 time. So likely it will be also some revision from the Form 1, or it can be the journal related. Okay? Journal journey related. Otherwise, also, okay, there are some you have to go back and do the revision for your January and also February, which is related to money. Okay, how to manage your money, how to save some money. It can be something related to health and environment as well. All right, but we already covered that in the normal class. I don't want to do something that is redundant. So this is something that we haven't tried. So here you are. All right. Okay, count down in 3 seconds. We move on to the next part. Yeah, in 3, 2, 1. For those who haven't done, please print screen. Okay, go through the flow. This is PEE. I didn't write it down only. Okay, later I will explain to you how. Here I will explain the PEE as well. Okay, so here, why do you like it too? Just now we talk about personally you like because it can help you to like calm yourself, relax yourself. Then this is what Samira mentioned just now. It is also a place that brings people together and lets the good times roll. All right, bring people together, you can meet people. Okay, so this is your point of view. If we go with the PEE, this is your point of view. Can you explain more? So the next one is like your why explanation. Seeing families, children and friends enjoying themselves at this park often makes me feel joyful and give me a strong sense of communities. Okay, the and here actually included to so. So how? So it makes me feel happy. So it gives me a strong sense of community. So what is the meaning of strong sense of community? It means that you felt like, wow, you belong to this group of people. Everybody is quite close. It's not like you are being isolated. You are all alone. You have no interaction. You have no connection with the others. No, this is the totally opposite. You have a strong sense of community. You felt like everybody comes together. The neighborhood ties is strong. So this is how it goes. Okay. Hi, Jamie. You need to wait for a bit. So I'm currently at our page, page 9. All right. Oh, he moved to the next part. Okay. Hmm. Okay. If this is done, you raise your hand. You do see how it flows, right? For PEE. If there's any question, feel free to let me know. Okay. Teacher, why this one is let's the good time roll? Because this is a place, ma. So singular manner. So you have to change your verb form or the tense form based on the context of the sentence. You cannot just bulat bulat, you memorize the word and then you just plak, put there. Yes. Cannot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So majority have done. Let's move on. Countdown in 5 seconds. If you haven't done, please print screen in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Okay, let's move on to the next part. So for the very last part, it's our conclusion. So conclusion, of course, we need our linking words of overall. All right. So overall, then I did talk about we need our topic, right? We need our topic. Then you need the summary lah. Okay, topic plus summary. So overall, the park near my house will always be my favorite place. So we repeat once more on the topic of my favorite place. Okay, because it has that special X factor that you put in the dash here. The ability to help me relax, enjoy nature, and spend quality time with my friends and family. You can continue to talk about I love it so much, and this is why it's my favorite in this world. Can, but I think it's a bit redundant because we did talk about the favorite place here lah. So that one is just to show you the different variation of sentence. How can you arrange? But this is how we flow for this part. Okay? So we do have our X factor here as well. This is how you use it. Now, any questions? If there is no question, then we have to jump back to page 6 later. All right? So far, so good. Go through the whole thing. I tried to remain it within 180 words. So I did go exceeding 120 words here, guys. All right. If you want to cut down, your teacher is very strict, right? Want you to cut down to 120 words, you cut those adjective and the elaboration parts. Sometimes you only put 2, you don't have to put 3 examples. That kind of that kind of things that can be cut down. Okay, but try not to cut too much on your linking words and also the better lexicons, because that one really can help you to get good marks for your SM exam. Okay, so before I move on to the page 6, just a quick recap for our marking scheme. CAOL, you'll find a place to write. The C stands for content. CA means communicative achievement. O means organization. And L means language. All right. Content is always about did you complete answering all the questions. So if there's 4, you answer all 4, then you can got the content marks lah, most of the time. And this is our point and elaboration part. Okay. Communicative achievement, most of the time is about the tone that you're using. Is it a formal essay or an informal essay? For this one, it's semi-formal. Okay. Is it with format? Have you included the correct format? This is communicative achievement. So this is my WTF F. Okay. Organization is all about the flow, all right? The sentence flow, as well as your linking words. Most of the important thing is the linking words. Okay? Linking words. So all this overall, because all these are my linking words. So all the pink color they've included is the linking words. For your 120 words essay, you try to include 10, if possible, linking words. And you do not use the same one and because you can use as, because, sometimes you can use like due to for the reason, and as well as for addition. Okay, firstly, secondly, thirdly, all that can. So you have to use variation, not just you put a lot means you good. You have to use different one. And the very last one, language one, spelling, sentence structure. Is it complete or not? Sentence structure. All right. Of course, your vocabs. So if you're able to check all this, then you can get your 20 marks. This is how it goes through. Okay. Yeah. So if you feel like you want to write this part, you can write, or if you don't want to, I think it's okay for you to just remember or understand this. Okay. Janji, you have the sample essays, and with the different colors that I've used, you have actually highlighted lah. Did you? Because that one is to show you and to indicate you what are the good linking words for you to include, what are the good vocabularies to be included in this particular question. Okay, now. All right. Yeah. If all good, can move on back to page 6. Can you please raise your hand? Page 6 don't have to copy now. I'll go through once. You just have to print screen. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So these are the others common my favorite essays topic and the useful words for them. You just have to print screen, guys. Okay, I'll go through once. If it's person, of course, you need to describe about the personality. So you can go with caring, kind-hearted, compassionate. They are all the same category. Friendly, supportive, encouraging, same category. Role model, inspiring, okay? Trustworthy, strong-willed, optimistic. If it's song, you can use this kind of adjective. Uplifting, energetic means like very positive, okay? Not the kind of like very low, very blue one. We have melodic, rhythmic, okay? Soulful, emotion-filled, very powerful, very catchy. Catchy means like you keep on listen to it and then you are like brainwashed by the song. Okay? Movie, engaging or book lah, entertaining. It can be thought-provoking, enlightening. It's like inspiring lah. Okay, it's so good that you keep on watching. Don't say just keep watching, keep reading. You say keep my eyes glued to either the screen for movie or page for books. All right. At the edge of my seat means you cannot sit still. You cannot sit still because it's so exciting. All right. Must watch or not to be missed. If you want to recommend people, okay, this is like a must watch book, must read book or must watch movie. There. Okay, this is a book that is not to be missed. This is a movie that is not to be missed. Sports. Usually sports you go with like badminton, basketball, that kind of. So team oriented because it's multiplayers. It can be very exciting. You can use words like usually sports, why you like it? Okay, enhance my health physically and mentally. Improve my soft skills, time management, communication, problem solving skills. So this is just a few things lah. I just want to like give you something to hinge on. Give you something to leverage on. So you have things in your mind, and whenever you saw the topic, you know what is the better words to include. All right. So yeah, that's that for our paper 2. So guys, we done our vocabulary, done our paper 2 as well. Okay. So I'll give you a 5 minutes to go to the toilet. When you come back, we will go through paper 1. Okay. So 5 minutes break. Go drink some water. All right. If you are feeling very tired already, okay, your eyes want to close, please go and move a bit. stay energetic. All right. So 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, come back. We have our paper one important technique. You're welcome. I know 1 hour and 30 minutes should be a bit lengthy for you guys. I don't want later you're like KO. So take a break, take a break. Okay, less than 1 minute. If you are back to the front of the screen, can you please raise your hand? Okay. All right. I think most of you have back. Audrey, you are here, right? Okay. Then without any further ado, let's do this. Okay. Cool deals. So just now we done our paper two, we done vocabulary, we done talking about all the exam format stuff like that. So now let's dive right into our paper one stuff. All right. So paper one, you all need to take out your highlighter and also take a pen because I want to write some technique for you guys. Maybe I'll try one question with you so that you can see how it goes. Okay. So can you please highlight this part first? This is your part one, which is your multiple choice question, MCQs. Okay. And for multiple choice question, I will suggest you to only spend about 15 minutes in this part. Do not go beyond that. If possible, spend 8 minutes because there's only total of 8 questions here. All right, go through it faster so that you can go through the other sections and then you can have time to go and do your rechecking again. Okay, so what is so important for our paper one, part one? All right, for paper one, part one, for exam time, I need you to apply elimination method. I know this sounds easy, but not every student can do it. Elimination method. What is the meaning of elimination method? Means you need to really go through all of the options and try to find the best answer. I know some of you might feel like, nah, teacher, I know this one is already. Then you circle, then you already move on. No, you have to read through the options given. Okay, so for example, this first question here, what is the purpose of the poster? First thing first, you will highlight the keywords. They want the purpose, so you have to find the objective of the purpose. So here, lost pet. If found, please call. Okay, the phone number, Bolly Shala. So what is the purpose? A, seek help to locate the pet. B, find a new owner for the pet. C, inform about a new home for the pet. Okay, so for this one, you eliminate those that is really definitely impossible to be your answer first. Okay, so here we have lost pet, right? So definitely it's not about new home information. So this one is no. Okay, find a new owner for the pet. Also no, not new owner. This one is not the correct choice of word. So your answer will be seek help to locate the pet. Seek help to locate pet. Okay, they want to know where is the pet is. Okay, so for this one, you really have to know the right choice of words. Sometimes, some that is very trippy one, this one is easy, relatively easy. But some that is very, with trap, right? What they will put is the front part, they put the correct information that is included here. Then when you read at the front, you know, oh, okay, this is the answer that you circle. But no, then behind they will use some word that is not related, that is not out of the context, that is not in listed in one. So you have to really read through, go through everything, eliminate, then only you know the answer. Okay, for your multiple choice question parts, it can be things like this, all right, like a signage. It can be like a message. It can be those like poster. So there are a lot of different materials that you need to read the information, try to find the keywords in your question, and then you have to relate it back. And you have to find the right choice of word. Most of the time, those that is very general, those that without the specific word, those that is without the synonym of the words is not your answer. Okay, so here because they're talking about sick, we have lost sick, lost. So this is the synonym of the words you need to know. So of course, this will also drill your comprehension on the vocabularies, the grammar, or also how can you pick up the right kind of like information in the particular part. Okay, so this is for your part one. Now, let's move on to the part two. For part two, I need you to move to the page 14. Okay, please go to your page 14. This is your part two. So for part two, it's going to be your error correction. So error correction is going to be a passage that they intentionally included some error or mistakes that is related to grammar. Okay, most of the time, they will not involve any spelling mistakes lah. All right, most of the time it's just grammar. However, all right, you have to identify the context of the particular sentence or the passage, the paragraph. All right, then you will need to change the word accordingly. So for this one, also try not to spend more than 15 minutes. If possible, less than 10 minutes so that you have extra time for you to check later. Okay, and for error correction, I need you to remember this. For error correction, I need you to remember to, one, all right, check the tense form for the passage. you have to identify the tense form for the passage first. Is it a present tense passage? Is it a past tense passage? Know that first. Once you have already identified that, it will be easier for you to log because most of the time they will also ask you present tense, past tense related kind of grammar errors. So if you do not know, you also don't know this one is wrong, then it's going to be very confusing to you. So the first one. Secondly, you need to, use answer from the same category of the error. What does that mean? If it's prepositions, your answer will still just within prepositions. They will not go beyond that one. Okay? If it's article, and the, your answer will only within these three options. It's not going to be like this, that, some, any, no. Okay? If it's something related to the tense form, okay, present or past, it's going to be that. Is it singular or plural? It's going to be that. So you have to know it's same category. Then your thing to do is you need to know about the category. So if you're confused on this, right, go back to your normal class notes. Every time when we do error correction, you will see I attach you a table. Sometimes I explain, sometimes I didn't. So that is the thing that you need to refer to. Try to scope down what are the category. Okay? So for example, for this question, all right, let's try one here. So here we have, do you try to be careful with the things you have? Many people are not careful for the things that are given to them. So the 4 is wrong, all right? What should be your answer? Your answer should be with. Yes, okay? So see, for and also with, these are like the linking words. So it's within the category. Macam tu lah. Okay? And so everybody, let's move on to the next part. I know time is up. We quickly go through. Right? Question for your page 15. This is your part 3. Can you please highlight? For part 3, you need to spend less than like 20 minutes. And part 3 is your information transfer. Okay, only one thing that you really need to be careful. Sometimes you might be too nervous and you forget about is this. No more than 3 words and or a number. Meaning that 1 word boleh, 2 word boleh, 3 words boleh. But when it comes to 4 words, tak boleh. Alright? 1 number boleh, 2 number tak boleh. Maximum 3 words and 1 number together in one sentence. Okay? You need to know how to extract it. Alright? So this is very important. Itu saja. Then we move on to our page 16. Okay now. In 3, 2, 1. Moving on. For part 4, also less than 20 minutes, this is your short answers. I think short answers are quite similar to your information transfer. It's just that information transfer is more lengthy, it's shorter. Short answers will expect you to go lengthier, which is no more than 5 words and or a number. So can be with number, without number. Okay, that's fine. But the thing is, another thing that you need to also careful about is that, can you please put this in? All right. Your capital, okay, should I go with your upper and lower case? As well as your punctuation. Okay, why? Because for our short answers, right, they sometimes need you to complete the sentence. Then you have to include like no more than 5 words in. However, for that one, right, you will really need to understand whether is it in the middle of the sentence or the beginning of the sentence or the end of the sentence. And you have to answer accordingly, including your upper and lower case as well as your punctuation. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Okay, this is something that most of you might ignore and your teacher will not give you marks for. Because again, this is about comprehension of your grammar law. All right. And the very last one here. All right, let's go to the page 17, the very last section of our part 5 in 3, 2, 1. The very last part. The part 5 is our gap text. Gap text. So you shouldn't spend more than 20 minutes here. Okay, shouldn't spend more than 20 minutes here. And of course, the most important thing is something that I've discussed with you guys in our normal class. All right, you have to check your pronoun and antecedent agreement. Okay, so if it's like, for example, Maria is a law student, you cannot go with Maria is one girl, right? You cannot go with they likes to study law. No, because they is not ma. So your subject, noun, your antecedent, and also your pronoun, all right, have to be similar in numbering, in the gender form, as well as the person form. Okay, whether is it like living things, non-living things, singular, plural, all this have to. Okay, you have to check the before and after sentence especially. The more it overlaps, the more it jowls from the pronoun antecedent agreement, the best the answer will be, the better the answer will be, because there will be trap here. Okay, you also need to be very careful because sometimes, right, they will put something that is seems like it but very general. So those that is very vague, means like not clear, not specific enough, that kind you can usually eliminate it out because that won't be your answer. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. We go through everything. You have to do it yourself. Answer is attached in the QR code. Please scan and go and get it. And I hope that you can get very, very good results for your midterm exam. Right? So that's all for today. Thank you for your time, and I shall see you again in our normal class. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you. After this, I still have a Mandarin conducted class. Hi, Jaren. Are you here for the Mandarin conducted class?